What's going on, everybody? It is Saturday, the 21st of September, at least for you guys. Not for me while I'm recording this video, but that doesn't matter. This comes out on Saturday. This is the weekly rant. And I've been wanting to talk about this for a while. It's been burning in my mind. I'm getting so fucking tired of seeing these brain-dead moron politicians in Europe like staking all of our lives on this Ukraine shit. Okay? I mean, I've done videos about this before. Look, these people are going to get us killed, right? They're going to get us killed. Okay? We're at the mercy of people who are basically brain dead. They're morons. They fucked up everything. Everything. COVID completely fucked up, a complete disaster. Complete disaster. They gave vaccines to people that killed them eventually. The shit, they locked people down, caused a bunch of mental health problems, caused a bunch of setbacks in children's educations. They've completely destroyed the economy. All of these Western politicians, America included, you know what I'm saying? They fucked everything up, and we're supposed to now believe that we should just trust them with our lives, that Putin eventually is not going to say, you know what, we've got no other choice. We're just going to nuke that shit. Or provoke them to the point where out of ego, they nuke somebody. And we're right, dude, I'm not so far from Ukraine. If Ukraine gets nuked, we're fucked. You know what I mean? We're fucked. You know, especially since there'll be some dumb response from one of these other countries, then it's gonna be Armageddon. Okay? That's what they're risking here. Okay? And I'm sorry, but I would like it if I'm going to risk my life. Yeah, I like living. And look, I'm not a coward. You know what I'm saying? Sure, I'd be willing to risk my life for the right cause. It's just Ukraine isn't fucking it. Okay? I'm sorry. That doesn't mean I hate Ukrainians. No, the Ukrainian people are also a victim of a disagreement between politicians that are ruling over all of our lives to the point where they're going to be the ones that decide whether or not we live or die. And they're going to say, well, no, we're not deciding. I mean, look, if Putin nukes us, you know what I mean, then he's the bad guy. Yeah, a lot of fucking good that does me. You know what I mean? And listen, I'm sorry, up till now, Putin's been the most level-headed one in this whole fucking game. He could have popped off a nuke a long time ago. He could have fucking really gone in and you know, he could have done what Israel's doing to Gaza. You know what I mean? He didn't. He's been restrained this whole time. And the West, under the guidance of America, has been poking and prodding the guy over and over again. And listen, I know people don't like hearing this shit, but Putin had a point when he invaded Ukraine. A couple of points. And look, the West is saying, the Western media and the politicians and the armies and the generals and the people and all these Ukraine-supporting people are all trying to tell us, listen. Putin's just a big bluffer. Well, up till now, that might be the case. But Putin's also the one that's been showing restraint. Putin's also the one that has let his red line be crossed over and over and over again since the beginning of NATO, where America promised the Soviet Union and Russia that we will never advance an inch to the east with NATO. That's the deal. We're not going to do it. Then 5 seconds later, they turned around and started doing it. And Putin has basically allowed it to happen. Trying to stay diplomatic, trying to build relations with the West. They did it with trade with Germany, with the natural gas. They've tried to build up relations. They wanted to join NATO during Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton said no. You know what I mean? So they don't, for whatever the fuck reason. It's their reason. It's not my reason. I have no problem with Russia becoming a part of the world economy and being a trade partner with the West and, you know, being part of Europe or part of NATO. I have no problem with that whatsoever. Now, the powers that be obviously have a problem with it. What their reasoning behind it is, I don't really care. I don't care. You know what I mean? Because the fact is, whatever their reason is, I'm not willing to fucking die for. And the fact is, they are playing with all of our lives, and I fucking had it. Look, if you're going to gamble with my life, I'd like to at least be part of the fucking decision-making process. You know what I mean? Isn't that fair? Isn't that fair? Isn't it fair for me to be a part of deciding what I want to risk my life on? And you know, I'm sorry if that makes me racist or xenophobic or anti-Ukrainian or whatever the fuck is name you. I don't give a shit about the name you want to call me. I do not want to die for this cause because I don't believe anything that these people in power are telling me. Nothing. And I don't have to believe them because they have they've ruined all their credibility, and we all fucking know it. All of us know it. Ever since COVID, at least, we all know they have been lying about absolutely fucking everything, and they only think about their own interest. They have no interest in the citizenries that they are ruling over whatsoever. They've proved it over and over again. With my immigration, all of them are saying, fuck it, fuck you people. We're just going to open the borders, and it's going to be all right, and you're going to have to live with it. If you fucking speak out against it, we're going to fucking call you a misinformationist, and we're going to put you in jail like in England. You know what I mean? Fuck these people. The fuck do these people think they are? You know, they like, listen, my message to you people is, fuck you. Listen. I'm happy. You know what I'm happy about? I trust Putin more than I trust these people. That's pretty crazy. And it's not a joke. I'm not fucking being hyperbolic. I really do. I am trusting in the fact that Putin will stay level-headed until the election is over in the United States. And, you know, if there's any righteousness in the world, Donald Trump will win the election, you know, and then they will come to a deal that will de-escalate this whole fucking thing. That's what I want. And I think that's what Putin will do. I trust Putin will do that. But I also don't trust our people to protect us. I trust them to go as far as they possibly can, to push as far as they possibly can, to keep egging the guy on, pushing him into a corner he may not ever get out of, ruining any chance of any sort of relations with Western countries between Russia and the West. It's going to be a forever enemy. And listen, guys, I'm sorry, I've never heard Putin ever, not once, threaten the West with anything before this whole Ukraine shit popped off, okay? And they say Putin's a big threat and China's a huge threat. I don't think so. I don't think they are, because I've never heard any China fucking government threaten the people of the West. You know what I'm saying? Oh, China might become a bigger power. Oh, well, even if they do, I don't see them invading every country in the West and saying, okay, you are now going to have to live under the same dictatorial or dictatorship rule, totalitarian rule that we rule our own people over. No, they're not about that. China wants to make money and wants to be a legitimate player on the planet. That's normal. We all want that. Everybody wants that, right? But no, the West is saying, no. We have to be the all-powerful over everything. We have to be the world police. We have to decide everybody's morality. We have to decide what is right and wrong, what is good and evil, and it's all up to us, and we're always right. And anybody who says we're not is a disinformationist and a fucking liar and a homophobe and a xenophobe and a transphobe and should be condemned and should be arrested and should be shut the fuck up. Look, these people are maniacs. They're fucking maniacs. Look at their accomplishments. Look at fucking Afghanistan. You trust the people that fucked this Afghanistan thing up to preside over whether or not we're going to end up in nuclear Armageddon? Sorry, I don't. I'm not one of those people. So, no. So, yes, I am pleading to Mr. Putin to stay level-headed as he has been until the election is over. You know what I mean? And, hey, if he's going to fucking retaliate on one of these insane poking the bear missions that the West is doing, you know, at least give the people of the European countries a heads up first. That would be awesome. I'd appreciate it. You know what I mean? Because my side has gone mad here. The Western leaders are complete idiots. They're incapable. They're liars. They're malevolent. And they don't give a shit about us at all. You know what I mean? Think of the fucking, the most untrustworthy, unreliable person you know. And imagine that he tells you, listen, he comes over to your house with a gun, he points the gun at you, and he says, get in my car, and you're going to go with me on a ride, and I'm going to try to jump over the Grand Canyon with my car. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to make it. You know, just trust me here, trust me. But you're going to trust me, whether you like it or not, because I have you at gunpoint. So get in the fucking car and take this ride with me. That's basically what our Western governments are doing with Russia. You know what I mean? Because Russia does have nukes. You know what I mean? They have a lot of nukes. Are they going to use it? I don't know. I don't think so. Because Putin understands that he does not want the whole world to come to an end. He doesn't want to kill his own people. He doesn't want to kill all the Western citizens because he knows that we have nothing to do with this shit. It's even the Ukrainian people are victims of this shit because politicians have their head up their ass and are provoking war and mayhem for their own political bullshit ideology. You know what I mean? It's madness. If there was a reason for me to risk my life in this conflict with Ukraine, like, for example, Russia was invading Germany where I live, or, you know what I mean? And forcibly taking people hostage or imprisoning people or enslaving people, yes, then it's worth it to try to fight with your life. For no other reason is it worth it to me. Well, what? And then these pro-Ukraine war people are like, well, but what if, when Putin's done with Ukraine, what if he continues into the West? There's never been any sign that he was wanting to do that. None. Not one. Well, but he said, okay, he said a lot of, politicians say a lot of shit. You know what I mean? I look at people's actions, and up till now, up till recently with the Ukraine war, Putin has never said he wants to invade countries in the West and take over the whole West. As a matter of fact, I don't think that military he could. No one country can invade the whole West and take over the whole West. It's not happening. You know what I mean? None. It's not happening. So that's just bullshit to make people scared. And look, if it comes to that, I'll deal with that then. The fact is, I don't trust these people that are in power. I don't trust Anthony Blinken. I don't trust Keir Starmer. I don't trust our German politicians. I don't trust these people. And I don't have to trust them. I want to decide whether I'm going to risk my existence or not. And in this case, I decide no. Well, what about Ukraine? Look, Ukraine's going to have to give up some fucking territory. They're going to have to agree not to join NATO. And I completely agree with that sentiment. I do. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? And that's not just to save me. No, it's a reasonable position from Russia's standpoint. If you think about it longer than 5 seconds and you compare it to what the Cold War was, when Russia wanted to put nukes in Cuba and America said, oh shit, that's too close. We're going to world war over this shit if you keep doing this. And it's okay for America to do it? Or any other Western country, they can do it. But when Russia says, no, that's too close for us, that's our red line, that's not okay, that's crazy to me. Anybody in his position would do the same thing, and they all know it. So, yes, Ukraine and Russia are going to have to come to some sort of understanding, which they almost did, but they were intervened before the invasion. The fucking deal was tanked by Boris Johnson. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows they had a peace deal on the table before the whole thing started, and fucking what's-his-face nuked it. Nuked it under the pressure of America to nuke that deal. And America's got all these idiot European politicians that can't find their fucking own head up their own ass. They all fall for America's bullshit rhetoric. They're like, yeah, go Ukraine. Look, when Donald Trump pulls out of this, we've got politicians talking about, well, doesn't matter if Trump, it doesn't matter if Trump is elected president because we are going to continue supporting Ukraine. Who the fuck is we? With whose fucking money? Oh, me and my money? No. No. In my life? No, hell no, fuck no. No, you guys work something out. You guys started this fucking mess. You work it out. Don't keep pushing until we all get into World War III or Armageddon and shit. Fuck that. You know what I mean? So all these people on Twitter with their fucking Ukraine flags and their loud mouths and their big talk and all their bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Hey, great. Look, I tell you what. Since you're such a great supporter of Ukraine, you get your ass on a fucking plane, you take all your money with you, you give it all to Ukraine, you grab a gun, and you go out there and fight for Ukraine. And until you do that, I don't want to hear another fucking thing. Not one from you hypocritical, virtue signaling pieces of shit. Fuck you. You go risk your life if that's what you want to do for Ukraine. If it's worth it to you, go for it. But you don't decide for me if it's worth it for me. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here with that shit. Y'all motherfuckers is crazy. You know what I mean? Really. It's amazing. You people have the audacity to play with nuclear war in everybody's lives like this because you think that you believe so much in your own government and your own leaders are fucking servants. You know what I'm saying? You believe these people still. That's not my fault. You know what I mean? You go ahead and believe them. But hey, let them kill you, not me. Okay? Fuck that shit. These people are nuts. And the fact is, like I said, there's no reason, not one, since COVID especially, and ever since, not even the censorship, the whole crazy shit, they're going after Donald Trump, they're going after right-wing people in Europe, they're going after speech, they're putting people in jail, the ignorance of rule of law, the weaponizing the justice system, making people still fucking pushing this vaccine, knowing what they know about it today is madness. You know? And we're supposed to trust these fucking people to decide to be able to judge correctly? The same people that think they know what the fucking weather's going to be like in 100 years? You know what I mean? The same people that know how many degrees it's going to be hotter in 100 years. Motherfuckers can't even tell the weather for 1 week from now without fucking it up. And these people are the ones I'm going to have to trust about fucking nuclear war? And a lot of them are in America. Hey, y'all motherfuckers are safer than we are here in Europe. Like, if anything pops off here, we're all pretty close to each other. You guys are kind of far away. You know what I'm saying? So you can talk a lot of shit. But I want no part of that shit. And these European people need to get their heads out of their asses too. Look, Ukraine is not worth dying over. And it's time to stop the killing in Ukraine as well. It's time to stop victimizing innocent Ukrainian citizens over some bullshit fucking disagreement between politicians that live in ivory towers that have no idea and no reverence, no care in the world about the regular people. And they obviously don't, because otherwise they wouldn't gamble our fucking lives over some bullshit territory dispute in Ukraine. It's maddening. These people are maddening. It really is. And I look, the thing is, our side is winning. We are on the tilt of the pendulum swing. The pendulum is starting to swing back. It hasn't hit the middle yet, and it hasn't swung back in our direction, but it is coming down. And that is a good thing. And that makes me super white-pilled. But a white pill didn't do me any fucking good if the whole shit goes up in nuclear fucking fire. You know what I'm saying? Because of idiots that have no fucking clue what to do about anything, and have proven as such time and time again. In the last 10 years, these people have done nothing but prove themselves more and more incompetent every fucking day. I feel like I wake up and I'm on a permanent acid trip with these fucking people. It's driving me nuts. And I fucking had it. Fuck Keir Starmer. Fuck these politicians. Look, screw you. You listen, again, you want to help Ukraine, you help them. But don't you force me to do it. Because I've had enough. I've had enough of this bullshit. It's time to stop this shit. And people, please, in all places where there's going to be elections, I say it over and over again in all my videos, all places where there's going to be elections, get the people that are captured by ideology out of fucking office. Save your life and save my life by getting them out of office. What good does it do you to save Ukrainians' lives if you die because of it? And then everybody else, all the Ukrainians die too, because if the nuclear button is pushed, we're all fucked. Don't listen to this tactical nuke shit. How the fuck do we know? Well, we have to trust them for that? Fuck them, no, fuck them. I ain't listening to shit. I don't trust them for shit. No. No. We should not have to, in any way, be worried about our own lives because of these idiot politicians that are pushing the buttons to the brink here in Ukraine. It's completely maddening. Thank God fucking what's left of Biden's brain, or the advisor that he has or whatever, shut Keir Starmer down about the Tomahawk missiles thing, because he wanted to fire Tomahawk missiles into Russia going towards Moscow. They want to start bringing the fight to Russia. Hey, look, fuck you, man. You know what I mean? No. And thank God the people that are at the levers of power in America have thus far said no to that. And luckily, England can't do it by itself. But if it could, see, that's what I'm talking about. It's all dependent on the whims of these people. Our whole lives depend on the whims of these idiots. So if Anthony Blinken's whim or Joe Biden's whim was, yeah, go ahead, Keir Starmer, launch fucking Tomahawks into Russia, that's a good idea, then we'd all be fucked. So it's just luck. It's just luck the whole time. We're just lucky. We're lucky. And I'd rather it all be real luck than it be hope that these idiots make the right decision, which they're not going to make. They're stupid. They're stupid. Nobody should trust a fucking word they say. It's crazy that anybody ever does. It's crazy. They're playing with all of our lives, people. They're gambling with our lives. Okay? And we have to make it stop. And the only way to make it stop is to make sure that these people that are currently gambling with our lives are no longer in power over our lives. And the way to do that is to get them out. Get them out. Vote for Donald Trump. Vote for AfD in Germany. Vote for all the fucking right-wing parties, the populist parties. Vote for them. Vote for the people that are actually willing to do something for the citizens that voted for them. Not for people that are all about doing everything for everybody, including themselves, except for you. When are y'all gonna wake up? How many times are you gonna vote for the same people that keep telling you the same shit and never fucking doing it? I mean, if your wife fucks the neighbor guy 72 times, you catch her 64 of those times, and then she promises to never do it again, are you gonna believe her? No. And that's what these people are. They're the cheating wife or the cheating husband. They suck. They're fucking horrible people. Fucking, we need to get rid of them. And some of them need to be charged with crimes that they committed. And they need to be put in prison. For however long they have to be there. No remorse, no fucking mercy. Get rid of these fucking people. Jesus Christ. It's unbelievable. Wow. I mean, wow. I'm at a loss of words, really. I really am. I think I've said enough.